Hi, welcome to the Choose Happy with Marie show. Complaining. So many of us do this. For some of us, we don't even know we're doing it. If you look back to your past week, do you remember complaining about anything to your family, to your friends? What happened as a result of that complaining? Did it trigger a negative interaction with that person? What you may not have realized is that you brought negativity to the relationship by complaining. In today's show, I'll be introducing you to the second joy affirmation in the Choose Happy affirmation card deck. This one is about our relationship with others. If you've been wanting to stop complaining and you're looking for an affirmation to help improve your relationships with family and friends, you're in the right place. Come on in. It's time to choose happy. Hey girlfriend, do you want to connect back to yourself and what you really want for your life? Are you finally done with the limiting stories and fear that stands in your way? Is the negative talk so loud that it sabotages you and lowers your self-confidence? Hi, I'm Marie. For the majority of my life, I lived in negativity that was often labeled as depression. My breakthrough happened when I learned the power of choosing happy. This podcast will give you tangible ways to finally ditch the negativity, improve your self-esteem, and take action for what you really want for your life. No more guilt, no more people pleasing. Let's do this. We are choosing happy. Hi, how are you? How are you enjoying the Joyful June monthly calendar? For those who are new to the show, this is a monthly calendar PDF that I sent out to Choose Happy Insiders on May 31st. It has 30 activities, one per day, to help bring joy into our everyday life. We're at the halfway mark now if you're listening to this episode when this episode is live. I hope you're starting to feel more joy in your life as a result of taking action on these suggested activities. I know I am, and I think my daughter is too. It's nice to see her participating in this challenge as well. For those who are new to the show, sign up to receive exclusive content such as the Joyful June monthly calendar, as it's only available to those who become a Choose Happy Insider. To do that, all you need to do is to go to the Choose Happy with Marie website and download the free sample pack of affirmations from the Choose Happy affirmation card deck, and it will sign you up to receive future exclusive content. Link will be in the show notes. On to today's training. Complaining. So many of us do this. For some of us, we don't even know we're doing it. It's just become normal. Can you relate? If you look back to your past week, do you remember complaining about anything specifically to your family, to your friends, maybe even to your work colleagues or to your boss? According to dictionary.com, complaining is defined as, let's say as a verb used without an object. It's defined as to express dissatisfaction, pain, uneasiness, censure, resentment, or grief, to find fault. Here's an example of a sentence. He complained constantly about the noise in the corridor. It can also be defined as to tell of one's pains or ailments. For example, to complain of a backache. Complaining about the weather, the traffic, anything. How much of our everyday routine has complaining in it? Maybe a lot of it. Maybe too much of it. Blame it on the negativity bias, your brain's fixation on bad things that happen. We humans, we will focus more on things that can go wrong than the things that went right in our life. So much so that just one negative event, like it can be a really minor event, it can hijack our minds for hours and even days. to the point that we can get fixated on it and it can be detrimental to our work, to our relationships with others, our health, and our happiness. If you're new to learning about the negativity bias, check out episode 4 titled Why Your Brain Focuses on Negative Things and Tips to Overcome the Negativity Bias. Once you start to understand that, for some of us, seeing the negativity first is far more powerful to some of us versus seeing the positivity. Some of us just happen to see that more than others. Once you know this is happening, once you have the awareness, then that's when you can step in intentionally and pivot yourself to choose differently, to choose to see the positive versus the negative. It requires effort at first. It requires being aware of what's happening. Then you'll get to a point where you make a joke about it. And you may say something like, oh, it's my negative bias again. That's like my go-to statement lately. I just blame it on the negativity bias. And I pivot. So when we gather with others, why do some of us automatically complain about what is wrong with our life? Yep. Many of us do that and we don't even know we're doing it. It's like so automatic. For example, when someone asks another person, how are you? How many times have you heard the answer or responded yourself, not bad? For some, it's just an automatic response, not much thought to it. If you say it several times, it's not bad. It becomes programmed that you feel not bad. I guess that could be positive, but not and bad are two negative words. So why? Why do we answer the question, how are you, in this way? As for me, I stopped using these words. When someone asks me, how are you? I will try to find something positive to say. It requires effort at first to pivot your answer, but then it just becomes automatic. You could say something like, I'm doing well. How are you? To support us in bringing more positive energy when we interact with others, instead of complaining, for example, I authored the following affirmation that is in the Choose Happy affirmation card deck. It goes as follows. I bring joy and fun in my relationship with others. The greatest gift that I can give is positive, loving energy. I'll repeat it. I bring joy and fun in my relationship with others. The greatest gift I can give or I can bring is positive, loving energy. For those who have the card deck, the card has orange flowers on the bottom right-hand corner, so easy to find in your card deck. I authored this affirmation to remind me to stop complaining. Stop complaining to my family, especially to my husband. He's a good listener, but he likes to fix things. He likes to find solutions, and I don't know about you, but sometimes when we're complaining, we don't necessarily want solutions. We just want to vent. When it comes to joy and happiness, connection, our relationship with others is key. And that's why I authored this affirmation. I wanted to stop the complaining and intentionally bring positive energy when I was with others, including my husband. It's important to voice our concerns and our worries with others. It's called being real. But if all we do is complain when we're with our family and friends, we're not ditching negativity. We're bringing the negativity. I know this can be a harsh reality, especially if you have a tendency towards complaining. So how do you stop it? How do you pivot? How can you bring joy and fun when you gather with your friends and family? I know you want to. I know I want to. Don't talk about what could be going wrong in your life unless you need to talk about it, unless you're looking for help, unless you're looking for solutions. If you're just venting, put a time limit on that. If you don't, you are the one bringing the negativity to the relationship. And if it's the other person complaining, listen because you want to be a friend or a family member, and then try to pivot the conversation to something positive after it makes sense to pivot it. And if that doesn't work, find a reason to end the call, leave the room, because complaining for a long time is toxic. It can negatively impact your day if you're not able to stop thinking about whatever that person or that you talked about together. Instead, bring the energy of fun when you gather with others. Ask yourself, what can I bring that would bring joy to us being together? And do that. Park the negativity. We all have stuff in our everyday lives that can be negative. We always get to choose what we talk about. When we gather with others, it is in our control how we act and how we react to situations. I know hanging out with some people can be toxic and triggering, and that you need to set healthy boundaries. Walk away. Find a reason to excuse yourself. On our Choose Happy journey, we are always going to meet people that are negative. They are all around us, in our families, in our friend groups, at work, on the bus. We have to be intentional on how we react in these situations. What I've noticed since I started choosing happy is that when I bring positive, loving energy, time with my family and friends, it's so much better. I hope you're continuing to enjoy the Joyful June monthly calendar. I really do. I hope you're really enjoying doing the different tasks. Now you have this new affirmation to add to your daily routine, and I'll repeat it again. I bring joy and fun in my relationship with others. The greatest gift I can bring is positive, loving energy. Along with doing the daily suggested activities from the monthly calendar, also use this affirmation to rewire your brain to bring positive, loving energy in your relationships instead of letting your complaining hijack the time that you have together with your loved ones. If this affirmation resonated with you and you'd like to try out the other affirmations in the Choose Happy Affirmation card deck, you can download a free sample pack PDF, or you can purchase the physical card deck. Links will be in the show notes. For the upcoming week, I challenge you, catch yourself about to complain and stop yourself. Yes, you can do it. Remember, when you stop complaining, you are ditching the negativity and choosing happy for living your life. Wishing you a wonderful week. See you in the Facebook group, and the link will be in the show notes too. Have a great week. Cheers! I hope today's episode empowered you to choose happy as you live your upcoming week. If it did, consider forwarding it to a friend that may benefit from it as well. If you have 30 seconds, please leave a review for the show on your favorite podcast app. It warms my heart to hear the positive impact the show is making in your life. It takes vulnerability and courage for me to show up here every week. I do this because I feel called to share what I learned with others. Your feedback is greatly appreciated. You can purchase your very own Choose Happy affirmation card deck at www.choosehappywithmarie.com. Take good care and see you next week.